Good morning, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us again here at Mystic Fitness on Victory Field. My name is Erin, and I'll be guiding you through your practice this morning. A few studio announcements. So we're here on the field Monday through Friday at 8 a.m. Saturday and Sunday, we're here at 9 a.m. You're more than welcome to join us here on the field for those classes or virtually on Facebook or Instagram. We also have several other classes as well. We have a 6 o'clock outside, 6 p.m. outside on Wednesdays. And on Saturdays, we also have a 4 p.m. outside, as well as several Bikram classes that we hold inside the studio. So you can check our schedule on Facebook or our website, and we hope to see you soon at one of those classes. Today's practice, we're going to take lots of juicy twists to kind of detox and massage the internal organs and the spine. So get ready for a twisty, glowy practice on this beautiful, dewy Thursday morning. If you have blocks, you might be best served today by blocks, so have some blocks nearby. And let's begin. So I'm going to start in a seated position this morning. You're welcome to sit back on your heels, or you could sit instead with your legs folded in front of each other. Once you've decided how you would like to be, you will let your eyes gently close and just start to come into some nice, easy breaths. Just letting yourself settle into your mat, into your body, and into the breath. Letting your hips sink down into the earth. But at the same time, there's just enough engagement of your abdominal muscles to keep you upright. Crown of the head is reaching up towards the sky. Shoulders are dropping down from your ears. And notice the muscles of your face are also relaxing down here. Big breath in, filling the belly, breathing in through the nose. And just let that go. Inhaling, filling the belly, and release the breath. So we'll start off nice and gently. Inhaling down to fill the belly, even the whole pelvis, and then exhale it out. A few more that way. Deep breath in, and out. You're inhaling down all the way into the belly. Feel that space you're creating with breath. And exhale. Little different next time. Still inhale, same way, fill up. But now on the exhale, start to squeeze the pelvic floor upward and lower belly into the spine a bit. Inhale, relax the effort, really fill. And as you exhale, there's a squeeze and a lift. So now we're getting just a little more fire building at the low belly. We'll do that 3 more times. Inhaling. Exhale, gently engage pelvic floor, deep abdominal muscles, drawing the belly inward. Last 2 that way. And 1 more time. You can release that effort and breath and just take a few normal breaths in and out through your nose. And just relax down. Good. Let's sweep our arms all the way up overhead as we breathe in. Closed eyes might look up towards the sky, and as you exhale, prayer hands come to heart center with a slight tuck to the chin. Again, let's inhale the arms all the way up, look up. Exhale, hands draw down. 1 more time, just a little gentle movement with shoulders and the head. And as you exhale, we'll let our prayer hands settle down to the heart, thumb knuckles pressing up against the center of the chest. Lifting and engaging pelvic floor muscles again and noticing how strong and peaceful you can be here. If there's an intention you'd like to set for your class, take this time to set your intention. Hold it deep within yourself. And we'll open up our class this morning with the sound of Om, and we'll prepare with just 1 cleansing breath. Let's take that breath in together through the nose. And sigh it out. And inhaling for Om here, breath in. Have a great practice, everyone. So we'll open our eyes. Let your hands come on down to your legs. As you inhale, we'll stretch the arms all the way up over again. And exhale, just come up and over to the right side. We'll inhale up towards the center and exhale up and over to the left. Just opening up side body. Inhale, rise, and exhale, over. Again, inhale to the middle. Exhale to one side. Make sure you're not crunching your ears with that shoulder. We'll get one more on each side. Big breath up. Exhale it over. And inhale to the center. And exhale to the left side. We'll inhale all the way up again. And then exhale, hands come down to the heart. Hands onto the knees. Let's inhale, draw the shoulders down. Look up, arch it for cow. Exhale, find cat, and slide your hands down towards the knees. Inhale, hands slide to thighs, come forward. Exhale, curl back. So we'll get about 3 more of these. Maybe as you curl back, you're engaging low belly, drawing spine in. 1, 2 more in, and back out. And last one, inhaling, arching. Exhaling, we're curling. Coming into a twist here, we'll inhale the arms up overhead. Exhale, bend the elbows and twist to the side. Let's inhale the arms, sweep up. Exhale, draw elbows down, twist to the other side. 2 more on each side, and when you draw those elbows down, really feel the work in the shoulders and upper back. Use your breath to determine your speed. Last one this way. And our final. Let's inhale the arms all the way up, and as you exhale, they come down to heart center, and we'll make our way onto hands and knees, and then up into our downward facing dog position. So you can take your toes under here, pick up your knees, and then pick up the hips. So take your time to kind of find your favorite down dog position. Feet should be at least hips width apart, maybe even wider. Hands maybe wider than shoulders width apart here. We're gripping the mat with the fingers. And we'll take a few minutes, or a few moments rather, just to take our feet one at a time. Bend one knee and then the other, just gently warming up through the back and the hamstrings here. Continue to breathe long and slow throughout your class, in and out of the nose. We'll start to still the feet. Bend your knees and press the hips back a little more. So now we're really exaggerating or concentrating on that stretch through the spine. Let's let our heels drop over towards one side a little bit. So you'll breathe into the rib cage on the other side. Little stretch for that side. And then when you're ready, we'll inhale through center. And then just drop the heels over to the other side. Still bending the knees, press back, take a big breath here. Make your way back to your downward facing dog. Let's inhale, look forward, bend the knees, and as you exhale, wave your plank. Take your hips up, go one vertebra at a time. Find your plank position. On your in-breath, bend your knees and glide your way back, even bend the elbows. Exhale, curl and roll to plank. Last few, inhale, bend everything and glide back. Exhale, roll forward. One more time here, let's glide back. Curl and exhale, roll forward. Pause on your in-breath. And the out-breath, squeeze your glutes. Lower belly is engaged. Press fingers into the ground. One more breath here. On your next inhale, bend knees, even elbows, and glide back again to your downward facing dog. And exhale here. When you're ready, we'll travel forward. Inhale, look forward, knees bend again. We'll exhale and walk the hands up behind, or the feet up behind the hands. Inhale halfway, and exhale, fold down. Let's try that twice again. So on the inhale, hands onto the shins, engage your belly, here's your strength. And as you exhale, you release and surrender down. One more time, inhale strongly, halfway. And then as you exhale, you'll just surrender down towards the earth. Let your head be very heavy. Maybe you're just shaking off any extra tension you're carrying with you this morning. Or if you slept a little weird on your neck, or whatever needs a little extra shaking off, you'll do that here. You can even sway side to side or walk your hands to one side and then the other. So as long as your knees are slightly bent and you feel good, just let your body kind of do what it needs in this position. And if you ever start to feel lightheaded, you're welcome to take a slow ride back up to standing. We'll take about one more breath here. When you make your way back to the center, we'll inhale, find that half lift again, engage the low belly. Exhale, hinge down. This time our in-breath brings us to extended mountain. Stand all the way up, nice and tall, arms reach up. Exhale, hands find heart center. Let's come through our core vinyasa flow here. Inhale, arms will sweep. As you exhale, hinge down to the ground, plant the hands. Let's inhale, half lift. Exhale, right to down dog, hands plant, and the feet will step back. On your in-breath, you'll bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, roll, wave through plank. We'll inhale strongly, and on the exhale for this one, we'll drop the knees, tops of the feet to the floor, and lower down slowly. Tuck your chin, inhale, roll your way up to a cobra pose, and then exhale, press through hands and knees, back to downward facing dog. You can take all of our vinyasas that way. You're also welcome to skip the push-up part of it and stay in your down dog. Let's travel to the front of the mat again. Inhale, look forward, bend the knees. On an exhale, we'll walk the feet to the hands. Inhale, halfway, nice and strong. Exhale, surrender and fold. Inhale, lift up. Use your front spine and abs to get your way all the way up. Look on up even. And exhale, hands to heart center. Coming into a chair here. Feet should be about hips width apart. Let's take the arms forward to begin to sit the hips back. So that'll help counterbalance the weight coming back there. Warming up for a twist here, we're finding a fire mudra. So we're taking all of our fingertips together. Take a breath in. And as you exhale, twist over to the right. Inhale, look forward, reach forward. Exhale, twist left. So use your breath. Inhale, reach forward. Exhale, really draw the elbows to the side as you twist. We'll get several more here. If your seat feels a little too low, you can come up a little bit higher. We've only got one more round. Inhale, reaching forward, and exhale, twisting. Let's come back to our center chair. Release your flame. Reach the hands forward. Breath in and out. One more breath to go, yogis. Nice. Let's inhale all the way up. And exhale, we will stay in our fold for a moment. Fold down. This time, maybe you grab a hold of opposite elbows for ragdoll, if that suits you. Head remains heavy. Holding onto the elbows can help separate the bones and the muscles in the upper back and the shoulders. So if that feels nice for you, go for it. But if it doesn't, let your hands come to the floor, maybe blocks. We'll take another breath. And let it go. Nice. If you're working with a grip, let's release it. Inhale, rise all the way up through extended mountain, and exhale, hands will come to heart center. Let's find another vinyasa flow. Inhale, sweep it up. Exhale, hinge all the way down. Inhale, we got our half lift. On the exhale, find downward facing dog. Let's look forward, bend the knees. Exhale, wavy plank, activate that transverse abdominis muscle. Stay for the in-breath. Exhale, we can drop knees or not, and then lower either all the way to the ground, or kind of hover here with the shoulders above the elbows. Inhale to up dog or cobra. Difference is up dog lifts the thighs. And exhale up and back to downward facing dog. Making our way into the right side. Let's inhale the right leg up to the sky. Exhale, bend your knee, open up the hip if this feels nice for you. You could keep that leg just lengthened back, whichever feels best in your body. On the in-breath, let's kick that leg up and back. Exhale, one tiger curl, knee draws into the nose and pick up the hips. Inhale, sweep it up. We got another one like that. Exhale, curl it forward. Inhale, three-leg dog. Exhale, knee into the nose. Pause. This time we'll step to the right hand. If it didn't make it, just use your hand to kind of scooch it up there a little bit. And if you do have a block, it might feel good to bring a block under your left hand. If you don't, you just keep your hand down on the ground. Let's inhale here. Take the right arm up. We're in our runner's lunge twist. Warming up our joints and twist, we'll take a breath in, and as you exhale, the hand will reach for your back foot. Back knee dips. Inhale, come up and circle the arm. So let your elbow be as bendy as it wants, particularly as it's coming overhead towards the front. We'll get about one more that way. And then we'll come back into our twist and really express ourselves here. Reach up through the fingers, press into the hand that's on the ground or the block. You could always drop the back knee down if that suits you better in your twist. One more breath in and out. Good. We're rising up to a crescent lunge. Take one breath in here. Exhale. Let's bring the right hand down and then lift your way up into your crescent lunge. So the back knee can be long, or you might try to dip it down a bit and see if that helps open up the front of your hip even more. We're just going to take the arms a little wider to open the chest. Maybe you look up nice and proud, looking towards that beautiful tree line. I've got a great view. We've got 3 more breaths to hold here. Not to hold the breath, to hold the pose. Make sure you're breathing. One more here. Inhale, maybe you reach up just slightly higher. Exhale, hands come to your mat, and you will step to your downward facing dog. Big breath in and out. On the other side, left leg takes a big sweep up to the sky. Exhale, bend your knee and open up the hip if you wish. Another big breath. Inhale, back to 3-leg dog. Foot presses long and back. Exhale, tiger, curl it in. 2 like that again. Inhale, sweep it up. Exhale, curl it in. Inhale, sweep it up. Exhale, curl it in, and keep it there. This time we are stepping to the left hand. If you're using a block, you'll place it under the right. When we'll twist, reach the left arm up to the sky. Take a breath in to prepare, and as you exhale, the hand comes down towards the back foot. Back knee dips a bit. You just circle and kind of warm this up. I'm keeping my front knee bent. You could even start to straighten it. That might be a little much this early in the practice, but it's fun to play around with things, and feel free to do so. We're coming to our full expression of this twist now, so we'll stretch our arm up to the sky, really activate into the low belly and into the feet, almost as if you could take your bottom hand off the ground and you could still maintain this. Couple of breaths in and out again. Last one. Big breath in. As you exhale, we'll take the hand down towards the earth, and then we'll inhale our way up into our crescent lunge. We're going to hold it. Again, opening up, broadening up. So as I open up, try not to dump into the low back. You're still lifting and engaging through the front spine there. So nice balance. Heart open, upper back, mid back open, but low back happy. Maybe the back knee is dipped a bit. Another 2. And last one. Nice big in breath, express your way up. Exhale, hands to the ground, and we will step to downward facing dog. Inhale, look forward, knees bend. We're going to wave our plank on the exhale. Inhale in plank, exhale, chaturanga with knees up or down or to the floor. Inhale, lift either cobra or up dog. And exhale, back downward facing dog. Big breath. One more. When you're ready, you'll look forward and bend your knees. And when you're on your exhale, you can walk or even try a little hop this time of the feet towards the hands. Inhale halfway here and exhale, dive it down. Let's inhale and sweep all the way up to extended mountain. We'll stay extended. Lift up through the fingers. Draw the shoulders down a little. Again, feel supported through the front spine so low back is happy and lengthened. If it's not good for your neck to look up, then just look a little bit more straight ahead. Big breath in, and then as you exhale, hands come to heart. Grounding down into your left leg here. We're going to come into a bit of balance, and I think I will come off the mat for it. We're going to end up stepping our way back. Right here, we're grounded. When you're ready, you will lift up your left leg. Take the arms up overhead, or you can keep them at hips. Or come in and out of knee lift to airplane a few times. Inhale here, and exhale, press back. Try it again. Inhale, knee forward, arms might lift. Exhale, fly. Again, inhale, forward and up. Ooh. And as we fly this time, we will stay there. Take a moment or two to rearrange what needs to be rearranged. So my back foot, I tried to rearrange it too much, needs to point down towards the ground. Try not to let the foot go out to the side. We will land in a crescent lunge, so back foot dips down, arms reach up, and we'll open up. And we're on our warrior two now on the right. Take a big breath. Let the breath out. One more in warrior two. Flipping your front hand, inhale, reverse back. Exhale into extended side angle. Take your forearm onto the thigh. Other arm can reach up towards the sky. If you want a little more activation in or a stretch in the chest and shoulder, see if you can turn your palm to face back and then bend the elbow. Press it in. Not only opens the shoulder and the chest, but it also makes me have to engage my abdominals a bit more. So just notice how things change in your body when you change your position. That's one of the cool things about yoga. It's a journey on your mat, but it's really a journey inside, getting to know yourself on all kinds of beautiful levels. Maybe reach that arm back up here for your last breath. Let's inhale through reverse warrior, sweep up. Exhale back, warrior two. Coming into a wide fold, pick up your right toes, pivot on the heel, stretch your arms nice and wide, breath in. As you exhale, bend your knees and start to hinge down here. You can stay down the middle, or maybe you get a little side lunging action in, bending one knee at a time. Your hands can just kind of creep their way side to side. And if you're feeling a little swayy, you could kind of add this swaying movement in with the spine, like a little snake, just slithering your way into your lunges. Breathing long and slow. And then we will take just a moment to come back to the middle and hang out here for a moment. 2 more breaths. And last one. As you inhale, hands come right down from nose, wave your spine long into half lift. Exhale, hands come onto the hips and pause here, and then on the next breath in, we'll come back up to stand. Coming back into Warrior Two on the right to prepare for our triangle. If you like a block for triangle, you'll bring it near your right foot. So actually start from Warrior Two to get there. Make sure your knee's over your ankle. Reverse Warrior, flip the front palm, reach back. Go for extended side angle first, and then straighten out the right leg. And you can hold on to the shin. If you can reach the floor, you can hold the floor. But you want to try to stay nice and supported and not feel like you're hunched over and reaching for the floor uncomfortably. So I love to use a block. It's like a good friend, just there to kind of raise the earth for me a bit. Your gaze can come for your top hand. You can look to the side or even down, whatever suits your neck best. You want to have a gentle focus of your eyes no matter where you're looking to help keep you peaceful within yourself. Last breath in triangle. We'll come up through reverse warrior. On an inhale, bend the right knee and then come all the way up. Reverse, really enjoy that stretch, and then we'll exhale, cartwheel the hands down to the mat. Step back to downward facing dog. We're making our way into a high plank where we'll stay. Let's wave there. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, wave your plank. In plank, a few Diablo planks here, just a few. Heels right. Inhale through center, and then heels left on the exhale. Just a few, side to side. Oh, doesn't that feel good? Use that breath. Inhale, lift it up, and exhale, dip it to the side. One more. Finish up on the left side. Make your way back to the center. Breath in. Exhale, chaturanga, knees up or down, or the floor. Your choice. Inhale on the tops of the feet, up dog or cobra. Exhale, back, down dog. One breath. Let it go. Traveling forward again. Inhale, look forward, knees bend. Walk or hop, feet, two hands. Inhale, half lift, engage, engage. Exhale, soften, fold on down. Rise with breath. Inhale, lift through the inner arches of your feet. Rise all the way. And exhale, hands to heart. Coming to the other side. So we're going to be stepping back with the right leg. Ground down into the left. Engage low belly. Hands might start at hips, or they could start at prayer. Anywhere where you can feel kind of centered. Set your gaze on something in front of you, and when you're ready, you'll take the arms up overhead, relaxing the shoulders down. Big breath in. Exhale, fly to airplane. Again, inhale, lift forward and up. Exhale, fly. Last one here. Come to airplane and stay. Let's see if I psych myself out on this side. So we all have our strengths in our practice. We've got flexibility. Some of us are stronger. Some of us are better at balance. Some of us are great at meditation. So there's always something to learn, a place to go. No judgment here. Let's make our way to crescent. Drop the back foot. Arms sweep. And then we'll open to warrior two on the other side. And let me just join you on my mat here. So pause there for a moment. Flipping the left hand. Inhale, reverse. And exhale into your extended side angle. So here, theoretically, you could even take this bottom arm off. So you need to make sure you're not kind of hanging out like, oh, thank goodness she's letting me rest here. Actually, I really want to press away from that leg. So you're not only long from the crown of your head down to the foot, but through both arms and even that front leg as well. You can take that half bind, turn your palm, back of your hand towards your low back. Long, slow breaths support you and keep the mind calm. One more here. Release your hand for that final breath. Reach for the stars, the sky, the clouds. Inhale, sweep up and back. Exhale to warrior two. Pick up the left toes, pivot on your heel. Hands will come behind to interlace. Draw them down for a moment. Big breath in, look up, and exhale, hinge on down. Few breaths with the hands interlaced. If it becomes too much at any time, please just release hands to a happier place for you. Maybe you gently shake your head out. Just let yourself kind of do what you need. One more breath here, just stretching out the shoulders. And we'll stay in our fold, but let's release the hands down to the ground as we make our way into a twist. This is fan pose. So take your right hand, and you're going to reach over for the left leg. Other hand can kind of be where it is. See if you can kind of look under your armpit. Just a little twist there for the spine. One more breath here. On an in-breath, we'll unwind to the center and then go for your fan on the other side. Grabbing a hold of your leg. Keep your elbow bent on that arm so you've got a little traction, a little place to pull. Another breath. Let's inhale, come on out. Exhale, pause here. Another in-breath, get a little longer in your spine. Maybe you waved it. Exhale, hands onto hips. And then on your next in-breath, we'll come up. Grab my block as we make our way to triangle on the left side. So pick up the left toes. Pivot on your heel, starting again in warrior two. Glue your feet to your mat. Flip your left hand, inhale, reverse the warrior. Exhale, pause an extended side angle, and then straighten the leg. Try not to over straighten your knee. Using a block on whatever height works. You could also back off a lot and take your hand more onto the thigh. Just make sure if you're pressing on your leg, it doesn't cause you to hyperextend the front knee. And then we breathe and we love it. Couple more breaths this way. Last two. Last one. Coming out through reverse warrior, bend the front knee and inhale, sweep up and back. Exhale, cartwheel it down. Step to downward facing dog. We'll take a few breaths either in downward facing dog, or if you need a little rest today, if you had a late night, you can come down to child's pose instead. Whichever one is suiting you in the moment. We'll take 3 more breaths here. Two more. And one. Child's pose comes on up to downward facing dog once again as you're ready. If you're not ready, join us when you are. Let's look forward, bend your knees, breath in and exhale, walk or a hop to the feet. Inhale, halfway waving spine and exhale, folding down. Inhale to extended mountain, really lift through the inner thighs, the center of the body. Light your way up. And exhale, hands to heart center. Okay, so for this next sequence, you might need 2 blocks. I'm just going to grab mine and put it here. You could also use a water bottle, or if you're at home, stool, something like that. Or you can try without. All good. So we're going to start with our feet, hips width apart here. We'll take a big breath in. Exhale, lower. Exhale, hands to heart center. Exhale, And exhale, fold on down. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep all the way up again. And exhale, hands, heart center. So we'll ground down into the right foot. And we'll start to take the left knee up again. Stepping it back, but not as far this time, to set up for Parsvattanasana. So it's just about maybe 2 feet back. Your feet are hips width apart. And the back foot's at an angle, but kind of pointing as much forward as is comfortable in your body. The arms will sweep up on an in-breath, and then as you exhale, we'll take them down and place them at the low back. Start to kind of press the hips down, elbows towards each other. Big breath in to look up, and then as you exhale, we will find Parsvattanasana, bowing forward over the right leg. Taking a small bend into the knee, and maybe your blocks are here underneath your hands, just to bring that ground up a little closer. If you want to keep your hands on your lower back, I know many of you like that, that's totally cool too. Breathe it in and out here. One more breath here. Moving on to Revolve Triangle, we'll inhale and wave the spine long. So now we just need our block underneath the left hand. It's just about in line with the right foot. The right hand comes onto your hip as you begin to twist to the right. Still keeping both legs pretty straight. And if you feel like that's not comfortable, you could always try to step your back leg back more, step it forward more. Let yourself adjust. Maybe your arm, right arm then, lifts up to the sky. So your arm is like your accessory. If it doesn't feel good with the arm up, then don't put it up yet, right? So you want to feel comfortable with the arm down before you bother to reach it up. You can stay here in your Revolve Triangle, or you could try your Revolved Half Moon, especially if you have a block. To do that, you'll bring your gaze down, take your hand on your block, walk it forward, and push off the back foot, and then see if you can balance here. Another breath. Slowly walk your way back to Revolve Triangle. You can bend the front knee to aid your way. And then finally, we'll let that hand come down. Nice. Inhale, wave your spine long. And exhale, bow it down. Next time, we'll come to standing. Inhale, rise all the way up. And hands to heart center. Let's step the back leg forward. And shake that off a bit. Get out of your head. So that was a lot to remember to get through maybe. So we know what's up. We're going to try it on the other side. When your arms are ready to stay still, they will. And then you will again ground into a mountain pose. So this is a nice way to recenter, find your ground, your peace, your strength. Let's take that quick forward fold again. Inhale, stretch the arms up. Exhale, bend your knees, hinge down. This is a gentler fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, bow it down. Inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. Balancing on the left leg, we'll take the right knee up. This time when we step back, it's not quite as far, just a foot or two, maybe 2 feet. You can play around with your feet once you bow forward if you don't like where they landed. Rearrange the toes, kind of point forward or up on an angle. We'll take the arms up and then bring them to the low back. Shoulders draw down, puff up the chest, big breath in. Exhale, bow forward with a slight bend in the front knee. Hands can stay on hips for as long as you like. Eventually they will come down towards the ground, but there's no rush. Focus on long inhales. Complete exhales. One more breath here. As you inhale, we'll wave the spine long. Get ready for Revolve Triangle. If you've got a block or a water bottle, you'll take it underneath the right hand. And we'll take the left hand onto the hip as we spin to face the left side. Left arm, your left arm jewelry might reach for the clouds. What's behind those beautiful clouds? Breathe. So even sometimes we can't see through the clouds. We know there's a beautiful blue open sky above it, stars, planets, all kinds of mystical things. So sometimes there are clouds in your life and it's hard to see through them, but know there is still beauty behind them. You can stay here, make your way into your revolved half moon. If you're doing that, you want to bring your gaze down to the ground so you can travel safely. Take your block forward, push off the back foot, and try to stay twisted as you lift up. 2 breaths more. 1 more. Back to Revolve Triangle, drop the back foot, walk the hand back. Last breath in. Exhale, hand finally comes down into your fold. Inhale, halfway wave spine long. Exhale, last time to bow down. As you inhale, press into the front foot and front spine. Come all the way up, arms reach up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Step forward. Awesome job, yogis. Alrighty, let's take our final vinyasa flow to the ground. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, let's bow down very slowly. Inhale, halfway. As you exhale, we'll step to our downward facing dog here. On your in-breath, look forward, bend your knees. Exhale, wavy plank. Inhale here and exhale. Drop the knees down. Lower all the way down to the ground. Inhale, tuck chin. Cobra pose. We'll do that just twice again. Exhale, bow down here. Inhale, tuck chin. Use back strength to lift. Exhale to the floor. Last time. Inhale all the way up. And exhale it down. We'll inhale up to Cobra. Pause here. Press fingers down. Shoulders draw down. And then on the exhale, we'll press up onto hands and knees. Spread the knees a little wide. And make your way back to child's pose. You can even wiggle your hips a little side to side to get into it. We'll take 2 breaths in and out here. And 1 more. Making our way onto hands and knees. We're going to thread the needle. We'll take our right arm, sweep it up towards the sky. Exhale, thread it through. 2 more times. Inhale, peel open. Exhale, reach for your treasures. 1 more time. Inhale. And exhale. Thread and land. You can keep your other hand where it is. Or you could reach it forward towards the top of your mat. You could also go for that half bind again if you like how that feels. I'm just going to keep my hand right under my shoulder today for a little extra stability there. You're welcome to just rest. We've had a really challenging practice today, but if you want to try one last little bit of challenge, you could try to take your left leg and extend it back. And very similar to what we just did earlier in practice, lift that up. And now you're balancing just on the right knee and the right shoulder. And rolling over happens all the time in this pose. And I hope I don't jinx anybody out there. But if you roll over, no big deal, right? If you did lift your foot, bring it back down, both knees next to each other, bringing your left hand back under shoulder. Let's inhale, peel right arm up, and then circle it down to the ground. We'll try the other side. Left arm sweeps, big breath. Exhale, thread. 2 more threads. Inhale, peel. Exhale, reach through. Last time. And reach and land. Deciding if you'd like to move. Right hand either forward or behind your back. Maybe you take right foot, lengthen it back and pick it up. Could even try this with your right hand behind your back if you want to. You might tremble a bit. That's your muscles figuring out how to hold you in this very unusual position. And then if you did lift that leg, let's bring it back down, knee next to the other one. Right hand back under shoulder. Inhale, peel left arm up, big reach. And exhale, we will circle it down. Couple cat-cows. Inhale, arch it. Exhale, curl it. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more. Exhale. Curl your toes under here. Press your way, downward facing dog. We're making our way into half pigeon. If you prefer to take a figure 4 pose, you could instead come onto your back and take that position. If you're coming with me, right leg sweeps up on an in-breath, and as you exhale, we'll take knee into the nose just briefly, and then drop your knee pretty much behind your right wrist. Let your left leg lengthen down the center of your mat. And if you can't get your hip down without sinking to the side, maybe you bring a block up under the right hip. Once you feel really stable and even in both sides, then you will let yourself fall forward, creep forward, I guess is a better way to put it, so that you very slowly lower, first with the belly and then the heart and then finally the head. You can take your hands under your forehead or a block under the forehead if it doesn't reach the ground. Just take long, slow breaths in and out through the nose if you can. Still inhaling fully to the belly and expanding. And exhaling. Three more breaths. And one more. You can stay laying down or take your last 2 breaths in a proud pigeon. So your choice, if you've never tried a proud pigeon, maybe you give it a go. You'll just walk your hands down to the hips. As you inhale, I always like to remember to wave the spine long, get as much of that in as I can. Sit up nice and proud. Puff up your proud little pigeon chest. One more breath. And we'll make our way back to down dog by taking the hands to the ground. Curl the back toes. Lift your knee and then lift the right leg into the chest all the way up. Big 3-leg dog. You can kind of shake it out. Get the blood circulating back in there. And then drop it down to down dog. Going to the other side, we'll take the left leg up to the sky. Exhale, we'll take the knee into the chest, place it behind left wrist. You want that thigh kind of parallel to the edge of your mat, using your block if you need it. No rush bowing forward. You want to feel good here first, and then take it down. Take your time. Total of 5 breaths here. Four more. Three. 2. And last one. If you want to stay reclined for your final 2 breaths, you can stay here or walk hands to hips. Wave yourself up to proud pigeon. This might get a little extra stretch in the hip flexor on the extended leg. And then back to down dog we go. Briefly, hands down, curl toes, lift back knee, and then left knee up. 3-leg dog, shake it out or not. Back to down dog you go as you're ready. Take a moment, breathe in it. And then back down to the mat we go. So let's just drop the knees. Roll over onto your back here. Once you get there, you'll allow your knees to rest onto your chest. You can give yourself a hug, a squeeze, maybe rock from one side to the other side. Two more breaths here. Last breath. I'm going to add a little metronome in today just for some ab work, and then also taking that into a nice spinal twist. If you have a block, consider bringing it in between your knees here. Oh, I dropped mine. So you have something to kind of press against. Otherwise, you could just take your knees and keep them, try to hips width apart-ish as you move through here. So knees stack right over hips, arms off to the side. Take a breath in. And as you exhale, we're going to lower our knees towards one side to a hover. Inhale to the center. And exhale to a hover on the other side. Inhale, center. Exhale, hover to the side. Couple more. In to the top. Exhale to hover. Inhale to the top. Exhale to hover. You could do this with straight legs. It gets a lot more challenging. You're always welcome to change things up. We've got just one more of these side to side. And then let's make our way up to the top. Kind of just rock your hips to the left a tiny bit there. And then let your knees now fully come down to the right. And we just rest. So if your twist does not feel comfortable for you, just kind of see what you need to do to make it so. Whether you remove the block from in between your knees or put it there. Or just back off the twist. You want your shoulders to be evenly down on the ground as much as possible. One more breath here. On your in-breath, let's lift our knees up. Rock the hips just a bit over to the right, and then drop the knees to the left. And breathe. 3 long breaths. Fully down into the belly, and then moving its way up. And down again. Last 2. And last one. On your in-breath, let's bring our knees back up towards the sky. Rock the hips to the center. If you are using your block, let's just set it off to the side there. One final bridge. Let's take our heels down to the floor, feet flat on the floor with knees bent, with the hands alongside you. Take a breath in, start to lift the hips, and then move your way up until finally you're just on your upper back and the backs of the shoulders. So you can walk your shoulders a little closer to each other. Don't walk them too far away from the neck there. That kind of puts all the pressure right on the neck itself. But if you keep the shoulders up there and just walk them towards each other, you can rest up on the muscles of the shoulders, and that will probably feel better on your neck over time. You can keep your hands as they are. Some of you I know like to interlace them underneath you, so that's okay too. 2 breaths more. And 1 more. This next inhale walks your arms back out, and the exhale releases your spine down slowly to the earth. Soles of the feet come together, knees drop out for your reclined bound angle. This will be your final pose before Shavasana. So if there's something else that your body craves in this moment, please go ahead and do what is needed for you. Try to soften your face. Let your tongue fall down into the lower half of the mouth, not pressing it up into the jaw. Shoulders relaxed. Fingers are even gently curled. Full belly breaths. Take your time with breath, long and slow. One more breath here. We'll make our way into Shavasana now by maybe extending the legs long down your mat. But if you notice that brings any discomfort to your lower back, then there's no sense in doing that. It will most likely feel better to either just bend your knees and bring a block, or maybe a cushion under the knees so you look more like this. Or you could bring the feet onto the ground and just let your knees gently knock in towards each other. Nothing to do but let your body, your mind, your heart absorb all the benefits of your practice. Let yourself be restful, no longer concentrating on your breath, just allowing yourself to be in the moment, the here and now. Your Shavasana is one of the most important parts of your practice. Resist the urge to think about your day. Let yourself truly have this moment of peace. Last few breaths here. You'll very slowly start to bring movement into your body to reawaken it. Maybe rocking head or wiggling toes and fingers. Eventually drawing your knees into the chest and rocking a little side to side. You'll eventually rock all the way over onto one side and pause there. And then you'll use your hands to press your way up into a seated position. Sitting however you're comfortable. Once you make your way there, hands come to prayer at the heart. We'll tuck our chin and close the eyes. Honoring each other, honoring ourselves. And we'll close here with the sound of Om and the word namaste. Om is first and a cleansing breath. Take it in. Sigh it away. And inhale for Om. Thumb knuckles to third eye center. I thank you all so much for practicing with me this morning. I hope you have an amazing rest of the week and weekend. Let's bow to each other and close with the word namaste. Thanks, everybody. Have a great day. Thank you, guys. The rain just started. We made it. Perfect. I'm in